welcome back to the Den of Nerds. I am Josh, and I want to talk about that X-Men universe in Avengers Doomsday. Now, obviously, there have been a ton of rumors and leaks surrounding this X-Men universe, but in this video, I want to talk about some stuff I was told behind the scenes that makes a lot of those other rumors make more sense. I think the picture is starting to become more clear for what the Russo brothers are doing with that X-Men universe, and it's awesome. Seriously, this might be an X-Men fan's dream come true. So obviously a spoiler warning here, but also take it with a grain of salt. A lot could change, especially because they just delayed this movie by 7 months. So all that being said, let's get into it, man. Let's talk about these juicy rumors. So first off, the X-Men universe. Like, what am I talking about here? Like, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I am talking about the universe from the post-credit scene of The Marvels, where we saw Maria Rambeau as Binary, we saw Kelsey Grammer as Beast, and Charles Xavier is mentioned. And of course, Monica Rambeau from our universe gets stuck in that X-Men universe in the Marvels movie. And due to various set leaks and rumors, we know that they are filming stuff in an X-Men universe for Doomsday right now. The very first day of principal photography, the Russos shared a seat or a chair with Dr. Doom on it. This is like the casting chair where Doom's gonna go hang out in between sets and in between shots. And some really eagle-eyed fans noticed that the background behind that chair seems a lot like the X-Mansion, which then leakers confirmed, yes, they're shooting stuff inside the X-Mansion on day one of the principal photography for Doomsday. Now, there's also this whole big set, which I feel so weird talking about. It feels like we've been following every little thing that's going on with this set. It's the big one that we think is the X-Mansion. There were a bunch of craters there. There are now some Sentinels on that set as well. And from what we understand, this set is outside of the X-Mansion, again, in that X-Men universe. So that's all the established stuff. Let me talk about the new stuff that I was told. It's really gonna blow your fucking mind. This shit is really cool. So first off, I know there's this new account out there. I think it's like James something or other. And this guy's been doing a lot of teases, leaks, spoilers, and whatnot. And he said that there's gonna be a bunch of Avengers in this X-Men universe. That would kind of imply that it's not just an X-Men universe, that it's just an alternate universe that has both X-Men and Avengers. And this gets a little weird because according to Deadpool and Wolverine, there were universes in the multiverse that had the Avengers and the X-Men. Like, that's something that Wolverine knows about. He says, fuck the Avengers, right? But we know there are plenty of other universes in the multiverse that did not have the Avengers. So for instance, in Multiverse of Madness, 838 did not seem to have Avengers. Instead, the Illuminati was the team that defeated Thanos. And we also know that both Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire did not have the Avengers in their universes because after Tom Holland brings that up, they have no idea what he's talking about. So it was possible that that X-Men universe had Avengers on it, and that would have obviously added an interesting element to that universe and to the plot of Doomsday. But from what I've heard, that's not true at all. That universe might have some Avengers in the sense that there are some characters there that might have been Avengers in other universes. Like, I think even potentially Binary is actually an Avenger, right? At some point in the comics. But in that X-Men universe, she's not an Avenger. She works with the mutants because I've been told, and this one's really, really cool, I've been told that X-Men universe is a utopia of sorts. So what this universe is, at least the way that it's been described to me, is that this is an alternate future for the Fox X-Men canon. And in this universe, Charles and Magneto work together and actually build a mutant and human utopia. And apparently that is why the statues are there. The statues are there to honor these different members of the mutant race that helped to create this utopia for mankind. And I just think that's so damn cool. Like, I love that idea. This plays upon things like House of M, or even the Krakoa era of the X-Men, and even potentially Earth X, and some of these other crazy stories out there. I think this is very interesting. It adds all kinds of questions to my mind. Like, it's weird because the Fantastic Four universe from like Pedro Pascal's movie, that seems like a utopia of sorts as well. Like, it seems like all of these other universes without the Avengers end up becoming utopias or something? Like, what's up with that? And it's also going to be very satisfying that Charles and Magneto will be working together, that they accomplish something incredible in that universe. It's going to be crazy and heartbreaking for X-Men fans to see Doctor Doom and the Avengers basically come in and fuck that up. Because here's the next thing that I heard that's really crazy. Those Sentinels that are on the set, the ones that are going to be attacking the X-Men, those Sentinels get sent by Doctor Doom. So one of two things is going on here. Either there are Sentinels in this X-Men Utopia universe and Doom figures out a way to hack them and turn them against the mutants, or Doctor Doom is either building or finding Sentinels from throughout the multiverse, right? So like this is really crazy. This means Doom, he's not just rolling up with the Avengers to fight the X-Men, he's rolling up with Sentinels as well. Like, this is a very studied Victor Von Doom. Feels like this dude was studying the multiverse. He's kind of becoming a Marvel fan of sorts. Like, he's gonna know all the lore and shit, so he's gonna know the perfect way to attack against the X-Men. I think that's fascinating, dude. Doom rolling up with a bunch of Sentinels. Yes, please. Kind of reminds me of a moment from the comics where there was this massive Sentinel and it was a Doctor Doom Sentinel. And this was literally at the start of the Krakoa era. Like, they go to Victor, they're like trying to get his help with something. I forget exactly. I think it has to do with Franklin. And anyway, Doctor Doom's like, oh yeah, mutants, guess what? I got something for your ass. And then this massive Doctor Doom Sentinel pops out. It's crazy. I don't know if we're getting that or not. It seems like these are more traditional Sentinels, but still, it's dope as hell that Doctor Doom's the one that is sending these Sentinels. And the next thing that's out there, and this was something that My Time to Shine talked about publicly, but there's this thing happening where the Avengers movie is filming on the Windsor estate. This is a big castle that's actually owned by the British royal family. And at first, a lot of people were like, yo, Latveria, this is Doctor Doom's castle. Oh my God, it's gonna be super hyped up. And that would be cool. But apparently this is actually Magneto's castle. Again, what? Magneto has a whole ass castle? But I guess, of course he would if this was truly a mutant utopia. Charles has the school. Seems like the school's thriving, doing its thing. Magneto, somewhere else, possibly on Genosha, has a full ass castle. And so perhaps what they're filming at the castle is Charles coming to Magneto to try to get his help with this emerging threat. This could all have to do with Monica Rambeau, with all of the incursions happening, with potential preparation for Doctor Doom. This is all really cool and it's really fun. Now, it also seems to confirm all of those rumors that we heard about Magneto versus Doctor Doom, the Avengers versus the X-Men, because that seems to be what they're going to do. Like, it's going to be Doctor Doom and the Avengers fighting against the X-Men. And a lot of the rumors and buzz say that this fight is just going to be absolutely nuts. And so now you have a little bit of a greater context for that fight between Doctor Doom and the Avengers and the Fantastic Four and the X-Men in this utopian world. Now, I also want to talk about the post-credit scene from the Fantastic Four just a little bit here, because I had some serious questions after this post-credit scene. So obviously, like, even more spoilers here if you don't want to know about the post-credit scene, but I would assume a lot of you already know about it. It was big news, big videos about it. So in the post-credit scene, Doctor Doom rolls up to the Fantastic Four Baxter building in their universe, and he seems to take Franklin Richards. Like, he at the very least has Franklin in his arms. And the question is he gonna take Franklin at that moment or not? Now, here's the thing. I've been told that he's obviously gonna use Franklin and use Franklin's power, but he's also going to manipulate the Fantastic Four to help Victor Von Doom. Doom has a crazy plan and he's full on manipulating everybody in the movie. Now, one of the things that was weird about this was I was like, okay, I understand him manipulating the Fantastic Four, but then we've heard these other rumors that he's going to present himself as Tony Stark to the 616 Avengers. And I was like, okay, hang on. If he's working with Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four and he's manipulating them, how is he then also going to present himself as Tony Stark to the 616? And I asked my source about this, and apparently it's all true. Like, he's both going to pretend to be Tony Stark to the 616 Avengers, and he's going to manipulate the Fantastic Four, and they know him as Victor Von Doom. I don't fully understand how that's going to play out, but it kind of seems like Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four might just go along with this lie. They might just pretend that, yes, they know him as Tony Stark as well, and this is all in order to get those Avengers and the Fantastic Four to fight against these mutants and X-Men. And the rumors that are out there about that is that what Doom is really trying to do is weaken all of these teams so that then he can take the powerful people that he needs to then go to where Loki is at, to then destroy the multiverse and recreate a singular universe. So maybe that's what's going on, but dude, it really is starting to seem like there's going to be all this subtext in this film, and Doom is just going to be manipulating and playing everybody, and I love that. Like, I truly love that for Doctor Doom, and it'll be really interesting to see how it all plays out, and then ultimately when it flips and Doom just shows how ruthless and cruel he actually is, we the audience will probably be like, whoa, that's kind of messed up, dude. I hope they beat your ass in Secret Wars. So anyways, just some more rumors and crazy shit out there that I heard. I wanted to bring it to you guys because I love talking about this stuff. I still love Marvel, man. I'm still really excited for Doomsday. I know things feel a little bit low right now. I know, you know, things haven't been great over the past couple of years. But with all of that being absolutely true, I still think Doomsday is going to be incredible. I think Marvel's absolutely cooking. And I think they know they need to go hard as nails. They need to swing for the fences with this thing. And especially with the 7-month delay, I think it's going to be one of the best, most exciting and entertaining comic book movies of all time. So I'm going to keep following along with all the leaks and rumors and bringing it to you in these videos. So let me know what you think about this, of course. And as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.